This is Sue Schoning from the Soul Lighthouse. We are here with our very last energy report for 2018. The countdown to the end of the year has begun. And I think everybody, each one of us can turn around and say to 2018, oh my gosh, it's been one heck of a ride. Before we look at what 2019 is all about and we start planning our goals and our resolutions and what we're going to do with the year, we need to really take a look at what the last couple of weeks of 2018 are all about for us. This year has been really, truly one heck of a ride. And if you look at those descriptions that are on the screen right now, which word stands out for you as describing what this year has been about? I have to tell you, for me, it's been extreme. There have been periods of absolute gloriously powerful moments where things have just been absolutely amazing and incredible. But likewise, there have been periods where I've really, really had to dig deep, or I've really had to hold on to the core and my resilience and try and find my strength inside of me. This year has been intense, and I've spoken to so many of you who have said it's been raw, it's been relentless, it's been changing and shifting on a monumental scale. It has been extreme, it's been demanding, tumultuous even. And I remember saying to you at the beginning of this year that who we were at the beginning of 2018, we were going to be very different people at the end of this year, because a year as big, as huge, as monumental as 2018 has been for us, it has to have an effect on us on every level. And whether that is physical, whether that's mental, whether that's emotional, whether it's financial or spiritual, that it will have had an effect on us as it pushes us into a space of shift, change, become aware. The real meaning of a year like 2018 is to go within. Get conscious, it says. Go within, find out who you are. Stop focusing on what everybody else is doing and go deep within. Stop holding your consciousness in the consciousness of the world and the fear and the anxieties that are around you, and go deep within and connect with who you are and the power and the potential of who you are. It's been a tremendously powerful year, which will mean during this year, and you will identify with this, there have been moments of extreme power where you have felt so alive as that energy has been vibrating through you. And of course, the flip side, that there have been moments where we feel so powerless and uncertain and unsure and almost insecure with what are we supposed to do now. Go within, 2018 has said to us. And another way that I can describe it is I often think that energy is like an ocean. And if you think of an ocean, it's constantly moving and it's constantly shifting as those waves are forming and they're swelling and they're moving. It's in constant dynamic motion. And there are times that the tide is coming in and the waves are coming in and they're crashing on the shore, and it brings in awarenesses and it brings in dynamic energy. But you know also that there are times that those waves actually pull back and that the tide recedes. And what it does is it exposes everything that's underneath. Everything that might have been covered by the debris of the world is uncovered as that tide is pulling back. And that's what 2018 has been about, as the tide has gone out and it has pulled back and it has uncovered everything that we need to pay attention to within. Not always easy, not always pleasant, not always comfortable, but the cycle that we have been in is of the tide going out. Think of it a different way. Think of it as you breathe in, as we breathe in, and then we breathe out. We take action on the out breath. We take energy in on the in breath. And so this year has been a period of breathing in. And for some of us, it might feel like we've been breathing in and breathing in and breathing in, and we haven't been in a space where we've been taking action. We've been waiting, breathing in and breathing in and breathing in, but that out breath hasn't happened. Well, here is the good news, and I promise you, this period that we are in at the moment, it's almost as if the universe is saying to us, you have breathed in enough. It's time to breathe out. It's time to take everything that you have become conscious of within in 2018 and put it into action. We are in this period between the 12th of December all the way through to the 21st of December. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to wait until this period now to release this energy report. As you know, I normally release them at the beginning of the month, but I wanted to wait until we were deep in this energy of 12th of the 12th to the 21st of the 12th, because this is the energy that we call the divine child. And it is almost as if 2019 is saying to us, I can't wait to get started. I can't wait to go. Like a child being invited to a birthday party is bouncing around with joy and excitement just as the thought of going to the party. And so you're beginning to feel the energy of 2019 that is starting to throb, starting to vibrate, starting to get excited before this year has even finished. So 2018 has got another couple of weeks to go, but already we are feeling that energy of 2019 that's saying, can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now? Because I want to go out there and I want to have fun. And we call this energy, this beautiful energy, the divine child. And I want you just for a moment to think of what a child is like. Think of a child who's been invited to a birthday party and has got his presents ready and he's all dressed up and he just can't wait. Mommy, can we go? Can we go? Can we go? That's what we've got at the moment, this ready to play energy, this energy that is instinctive, it's intuitive, it's exploring and curious, like a toddler, like a child who's in a space where he's just so eager to explore his environment and who's curious about what comes next. This is an energy that is absolutely truthful. It's absolutely trusting, like that divine child that is so trusting that things are going to get better. Things are going to work out. And so you're probably feeling far more positive than you have in a long time. That energy is innocent and it is naturally connected to spirit. And this is what it ends up looking like. It ends up bringing back joy and creativity. And like I said, there is this feeling of positivity that's beginning to emerge. Some of us have been in a space where it's been heavy, or it's been hard work, or it's been just like really repetitive, and have maybe gone into a space of darkness and despair during this year. And now we've got this little whisper that's saying, come on, get positive. Come on, let's get joyful, as light starts to return and we start to feel more creative. It is an energy that promises us that there's manifestation on the way. Now, in a year like 2018, it's a year of hard work. Enormous hard work is plowing those fields, it's slugging, it's planting the seeds. And we sometimes despair that anything that we're planting is beginning to grow. A year like 2019 is going to be, and especially this period that we're in, this bubble period that we're in of the divine child, it's reminding us that manifestation is on the way, because traction is coming back. They're cause and effect. So what I do and I get the effect coming back. So it is really such a light energy of playfulness, of positivity, of curiousness, of manifestation. And this bubble period that we have before we even get to Christmas, before we even get to the end of this year, You want to think of it like 2019, like that kid that just can't wait to start playing, is beside itself with excitement and enthusiasm, and is trying to get everybody else into the same mood. It makes you have a big smile on your face just thinking of it, doesn't it? So here's what we need to just then compare. So what is that energy of the divine child? Because I call it a bubble. So what is surrounding it in December? So look at December. What we've got is that 1 + 2 gives us a 3 in numerology. As we take that 2018 and we add all of that up together and we get an 11, we've spoken at length about that energy during this year. So we add the 3 and we add the 11 and we get a 14. And what we do in numerology is we add the 2 of those together and we get a 14-5. Now, a 14-5 energy is a number of things. It is not in the slightest bit subtle. It is right there, smack bang in our face. It's either flat out or it's completely turned off. And just think of that energy that says, come on, 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 let's get going. Flat out, Duracell bunny, full speed, 1 speed, and that's flat out. Or it's that energy that is just like, so exhausted and so worn out that it can't get itself off the couch. It is an energy that kind of plays between freedom and independence and feeling trapped and wanting to escape and needing responsibility and avoiding responsibility and wanting the freedom and the independence and feeling trapped, and the cycle continues. It's a very, very dynamic energy because it is either full on or flat out. So what does that actually mean? What does this mean practically, that we've got this bubble of enthusiasm surrounded by this Duracell bunny of dynamic energy that says, come on, come on, come on, let's get going? What does that actually mean for us practically? I want you to think of this period that we're in almost like a dance, almost like this figure 8 that I've got here. And let me just take my face off the screen so you can see. On the one side, we've got what is inside of us. Remember, 2018 has been about getting to grips with who you are, getting conscious about who you are on every single level, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. What is really going on inside of you? Beliefs, feelings, habits. What is it that you repeatedly do? What is the consciousness that is driving you? And then look at what is reflecting outside of us. Because this period, this bubble period that we're in, this December period that we're in, is asking us to be incredibly, incredibly aware that what we reflect outside of us is what's going on inside of us. And what happens inside of us is a reflection of what's going on outside of us. And it is this energy that says, be very aware of the consciousness that you pour out into your environment around you, and be very aware of the message or the dialogue you allow what's happening in your environment around you to have on you. And what it means is that we need to be in a space where we become aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. Now, I've been saying that 2018 has felt like this in-breath, like we've been breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, because the time for action was not yet. And breathing in what? Consciousness, breathing in awareness, breathing in that deep, deep awareness. Not always easy, not always comfortable, but every breath that we took in 2018 was about becoming absolutely conscious of who and what we are. And every breath that we breathe out in 2019 is about manifesting. It's about taking who we are and pouring that into our outside environment, so that what is inside of us that has been on the in-breath now pours out into the environment, the landscape that we create around us. And December This period where we are right now says be in the center. Between the in-breath and between the out-breath, be in the center. Between being conscious and moving into conscious action, be in the gap between. Because this is the period where we are gathering our strength, where we are healing from whatever this year has asked of us, demanded of us, and we are harnessing our power and our strength for whatever it is that we're going to pour into 2019. We need to be in a space where we look back and we say, so what worked? What didn't work? Remember, this energy of the 14-5, it is not subtle. So when you sit back and you say what worked, it'll tell you. You will sit in a space of reflection and say, so what worked? And there will be no, forgive me, bullshitting. There will be no covering up. You will know exactly what you did that worked and what you did that didn't work. Being in a space where you are aware of what do I need to release? What do I need to heal? What do I need to let go? Because this year, with the tide going out, has exposed so much. There are things inside of us that have been exposed that have said, can we just please heal this now? Heal the physical, heal the mental, heal the spiritual, heal the financial, heal the emotional, but can we just please heal it? You know, in some years where the water, the ocean just covers it all up, we're not maybe aware. In a year like 2018, we are made absolutely aware where unfinished healing needs to be. And if you just ask yourself, just close your eyes and just tune into that energy and say, what needs to be healed? Again, this not subtle energy of the 14-5 is going to say, me, I need this healing. There'll be a part of you that will raise its head. If it needs healing, that'll let you know. But ask the question. It'll be a brilliant time for you to turn around and say, so what is the strategy and what's the action plan? Or am I actually just winging it? You know, a 14-5 energy, it's spontaneous and it actually just really likes to just move into action without thinking. And you want to be in a space where you sit down and you say, okay, so as I've gone through this year, have I been following an action plan? Have I been following a strategy? Or am I, if I'm really, really honest with myself, have I just been winging it? And it's just been spontaneous in the moment. And the reason I'm asking this is because in a year 2019 is that we want to manifest, but we want to manifest consciously, which means we need to sit back and go back to the drawing board and say, so what is it that I want to manifest? Not just, you know, like I end up with things happening around me. Let's get into a space where what we want is what we're manifesting. So that we then move into a space and we ask ourselves, so what controlled you this year? And again, because this energy of the 14-5, it's right on. It doesn't bullshit. It's going to, if you ask this question inside of yourself in reflection, so what controlled me this year? You'll get the answer. Was it your money? Was it your finances? Was it the work? Was it ego? Was it what other people thought of you? Was it unresolved pain? What controlled you this year? And then turn that question around and say, so what did I try to control so much this year that it actually never went anywhere? Ask this question deep within about this issue of control, because in a year, in a cycle like we're in, where we've got the divine child in the bubble of this energy of freedom and independence on the one side versus can I escape from because it's too heavy, so I need to avoid it or run away. Be very, very aware that it's time to listen to ourselves before we even go into 2019. Use this period that we have between the in-breath of what 2018 has uncovered or exposed or brought into awareness and consciousness, and 2019, which is when we're asked to put it all into action. This is that period of time where we stand in the center of the in-breath and the out-breath, and we look and we see what is what. Be in a space where you allow this energy of the divine child, and you allow this energy of dynamic movement to start throbbing through you. Remember, it's this period between the 12th and the 21st, which is just before Christmas. So it's a perfect time to get out there and just enjoy some of the joy of the holidays, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. There is a period of lightness that is around at this moment in time. So just allow yourself to experience that. Now, before I go, on the 4th to the 6th of January, I would like to invite you to our free webinar of what 2019 has in store for us. You know, every year I do a webinar as we look at the energy of the year that is coming. You don't want to miss what 2019 has in store for us, because it's going to be absolutely beautifully powerful. And that power starts literally as we move into January. You know, some years they start off slowly, and we kind of get traction as we get round about February, March. Not so with 2019. We're going to go straight in and we're going to start seeing the results of our actions almost immediately. There are some beautiful constellations and conjunctions that are coming up that are just going to bring enormous power and benefit to us. So it's exciting. I'm incredibly exciting, and I'm really looking forward to moving into this energy of 2019. So the 4th to the 6th of January, the link to register is below this video. So please make sure that you join us. Please make sure that you sign up, because as I say, you don't want to miss this free webinar. For those of you who are celebrating Christmas, I wish you the most wonderful, blessed Christmas with your loved ones. For those of you who are celebrating other holidays, I wish you light and I wish you joy, and I wish you period here of deep connection. The hard work of 2018 is done. This is where the power, the positivity, and the potential starts to resonate with manifestation. And so I know that 2019 is going to be a much better year for all of us. And I cannot wait to share that with you. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you found this useful. I will be back with you soon. I will be back with you with our free webinar in January. Don't forget to register. Don't forget to sign up. And I will see you soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.